how do I cut and gain strength at the same time?
That's
well,
you. That's you.
Do we have the program for you?
But
Kaizen training, strength and fat loss program.
Going to give me 2 minutes on how you would do that.
Yeah, so the key when it comes to trying to lose weight, you do want to maintain your strength. So really training for strength when attempting to lose weight makes the most amount of sense. Why? Because your muscles from a metabolic standpoint are quite costly. Your body doesn't want to hold on to it. When you're essentially starving your body, you're eating less calories than it needs in order to maintain its current body weight. It needs to let go of something. Typically,
and hopefully it's not your dick size.
Yeah, hopefully your dick doesn't shrink. It doesn't turn into any.
We've heard
rumors. We've heard things. But what essentially happens is that you want fat to go, but if you're not using your muscles enough, your muscles will also go.
So you gotta train.
So strength training is absolutely important. We talked about this in my Q&A. I think frequency is important.
Yeah.
Volume to a certain point is important, but if you train too much volume while you're attempting to lose weight, you're in a caloric deficit, you're gonna run your body into the ground because fatigue accumulates. So if you do too much work, what ends up happening is you get run down. The key is to increase your frequency, to periodize your training. So even something similar like
progressions.
Like a linear periodization, you could do DUP, doesn't really matter, but having some sort of plan in order to try and maintain your strength or even get stronger. So you peak after, let's say you do a 12-week cycle, you're trying to lose weight, 12 weeks of strength training where you peak maybe in the 12th week. You want to train a higher frequency, so maybe 5-6 times a week. You want to make sure you're managing the volume of the accessories so you're not feeling burnt out. So that's the key. Keep your calories as high as possible while still losing weight. Train more frequently, and then also just take a look at your total volume and whether or not your body's handling it. As you go on, let's say after the halfway point, so 6 weeks in, you're trying to get, stronger, but you're still just getting a little banged up, sore, achy, tired, unmotivated. Those might be signs that you're handling too much volume.
Yeah, 2 things I'd add is I just call it layering. So you don't want to cut that calories in half. You don't want to just jump into a huge deficit. You want to take away calories as slow as possible.
Methodical.
And have patience to get through it, and then adding cardio in the same way. You don't be like, oh, it's time to cut and start doing cardio 6 days a week.
Right.
Because then once you plateau, what the fuck are you going to do? Plus, as he mentioned, stress, fatigue, it's all cumulative. And then the last thing is focusing on technique, which Omar frequency already does, volume already does. So getting reps and sets in, but focusing on technique. If your technique improves, if you're more efficient in a lift, you'll easily be able to get stronger during a cut, as well as even neurological pathways, becoming more powerful, training more often, using sub-maximal weights, as both of us are a big fan of.
Mike, we're just dropping too much damn knowledge here.
Hey, you guys are fucking welcome. You can PayPal us $1 billion.
Bro, what is going on? You're growing, your channel's doing great.
I love these guys.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
they know that.
I'm talking to their little stepbrother behind them.
Yeah.
That's saying like, oh, why are you watching that faggot again?
Dude, Mike, you know what I gotta say?
Yeah.
Is, I'm not gonna name names, but you know the dude that works for us?
Yeah.
That for Kaizen, great guy, phenomenal guy.
Yeah.
His brother is exactly like that.
He's a hater, yeah.
He's 17. Dude. Yeah, he follows just like the aesthetic bros, and so his brother who follows us,
who we coached, was also one of our first coaches. Aesthetic
does a great job. He's like, that's stupid. Why would you do deadlifts or squat? I just want to build my upper body. I'm like, alright, fuck you. Like, if that's your goal, whatever.
Sure, but even still, I think a barbell movement with good progressions, good periodization,
and more to the point, kid, all your heroes are enhanced. So I don't want to hear this. It's like, I'm gonna follow this bicep routine for 12 weeks. I'm like, well, you're gonna go from 13 inches to 13.25. You're not gonna go to 19 inches. I'm not hating, but I'm just saying that there are a lot of people that are scamming you out there.
It's gonna be difficult.
And people want what's unattainable.
What we're telling you is not flashy or sexy.
Yeah.
Because it takes.
We're not sexy.
It takes 10 years, but it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's real.
Jeremy always said that word. It's like, people ask me how to get strong all the time. So, it's like, just live for 10 years and come back to me. Like, that's what he says. He's like, I got nothing else to say. I'm like, well,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Jeremy, I think you're right.
Mr. Hamilton, you are correct.
Monsieur Hamilton. Adam Azara wants to know.
Best way to train your calves, but...
Not train calves.
Oh, not train calves, but for real.
Crabs?
But for real. Which natty powerlifter bodybuilder do you guys look up to most? Oh, all right. So some of your favorite non-enhanced lifters. In terms of powerlifting, I'm a big fan of Bryce Lewis. He's a smart dude.
Bryce is great.
Yeah, a very technical lifter. There's many others, but Bryce is he is a friend, but he's also just a stud. Bodybuilding world, two of my favorite people. I don't follow bodybuilding, so I don't know a lot of these lifters, but Alberto Nunez and Eric Helms, just because they're cool, they're super fun guys, they're super nice guys, they're super intelligent guys, and they practice what they preach. So those are two of my favorite, I guess, natural bodybuilders.
For natty powerlifter, I'd probably say you, because you have the best dance moves in the game.
Thank you. What about the trend I use? Is that?
Well, we don't want to talk about that.
Okay, so besides my trend...
Dude, that doesn't count. If you talk about it, it doesn't count.
That's what I figured. That should be the real rule. If you talk about it, you're natural. Enough.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is that there is a new thing I've been observing with those that are enhanced, where before, like old school powerlifting, where it's like tested, untested, those untested, they'll just fucking tell you, like, whatever, I don't care, like, because it's a free game. But there's people now that do use, but they lie about the amount they use, where they try to always make it seem like less than what they use.
He's more natty than him, because that guy's on 20 grams.
That's what I mean, yeah. So it is always a game of like, well, he
takes more,
you know, so.
I don't take Omar Isuf doses.
Yeah, I mean, as you can tell right here.
Synthol to the cavies.
Come at me, bro. Whoa!
That's hot.
It's Sam. That's
favorite
hot.
deadlift accessory to stop back from rounding.
Okay.
Lead the way.
Slow eccentric deadlift.
I was gonna say, I call them the Ed Cone deadlift. So I like to.
What up?
I like to do all my deadlifts, which I call the Ed Cone style. Which Ed didn't necessarily teach me, but he told me to slow down, and then I just observed how he deadlifts.
Yeah.
And I slow the eccentric, and I allow it to pull me into a perfect place. I let the weight disperse probably 90% into the ground while still staying tight, and pull again from there. I've mentioned this a lot. Omar is a big fan of tempo training for all the lifts, but I agree, the eccentric deadlift is king. It's probably my favorite accessory of all lifts. That one has helped my lift, a single lift, the most.
Your deadlift the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think also, once again, the Russians, where they do train the slow deadlift, where one thing, I think it was Sheiko that said that,
too,
right? Where they say slow on the way down. It's like, I think Sheiko was saying American lifters, I could be completely misquoting this. But where they just slam the weight down, they drop the weight.
Sheiko also does something like a deadlift to the knee, which is kind of based actually off a weightlifting thing, right? Position lifts and holding, and that helps a lot too, because then you feel your back and your body in different positions.
Hey, Ramez the Great wants to know, should I still lift heavy while cutting even though my strength is decreasing? Yes!
Refer back to minute 4.
Go back to the previous one. So it is an uphill battle, because you're eating less calories, you probably feel less motivated because you feel flat, all those things. And you might not be as strong as at your 100% peak, but you should be at least from a, let's say, relative sense, so relative body weight. You might be losing weight, but your strength relative to what you weighed before is around the same.
And then hopefully, going back to that reverse diet, you start to maintain for a while, get calories in, you will continue to make new PRs. Let's go 1 or 2. What you got?
Yeah.
Here you go, buddy.
What supplements do you guys take for those eyebrow gains?
I think both of us have pretty good eyebrows. I know you're the eyebrow guy, but I think I like to be in the league.
Yeah, I mean, Condito was definitely
the
my eyebrow, but he's been MIA. You know what's funny though about Condito? I don't think a lot of people know this. Is I think Condito still watches videos. Like I don't know if he'll watch this exact video, but he definitely watches YouTube videos. So if you're watching this,
you little son of a bitch, you strong, handsome son of a bitch. If you're
Mike,
watching
you're going to Texas. You're going to Texas,
bro. If you're watching this, just comment.
Yeah.
Condito, say what's up, buddy. I'll tweet him here and there. But let's take this another way. What supplements do you take, recommend, so what supplements do you take? Which ones do you recommend? And then which ones do you think are necessary?
Okay. I don't think anything is necessary in terms of absolute you need to take it. I think when it comes to lifting weights, people focus too much on the performance side, which I do agree is very important. You know, I did release my pre-workout Singularity, so it has basically everything that I support: the citrulline, malate, creatine, a little caffeine when you train, and also beta-alanine. Also, not to mention, you can't forget sodium bicarbonate, which is a little good for the body. When we talk about lifting, however, there are things outside of that, such as the inflammatory response, where joints aching. So things, to me, honestly, more like spirulina, curcumin,
like
getting
almost
enough
pre-habby things.
Yeah, getting enough vitamin D3. You know, even still, once again, some fish oil, a few things like that. There's at least 5 to 6 that I would name. So let's say joint health, maybe even adaptogens, so things like Rhodolia rosea to assist. Those are things to look into if you want to take your training, completely not to the next level.
Yeah, but if you're eating pizza all day, every day,
it's probably a waste of money. It's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
It's a hierarchy, man. So if you got everything in order, you're killing it, you're doing well, and you want to look at that extra 1%.
And when we mean 1%, like it's probably 1% or less of your total gains. I've cut supplements. I think it was on your channel we did the Q&A about protein.
Yeah.
I said I haven't taken protein powders or creatine, really anything for 4 years, and I made my most gains in the last 4 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
100%.
Because I fixed the rest of my shit.
Yeah.
Let's take one more.
Last question, Mike. You're gonna do the honor.
Oh, see, that was a bad scroll. Well, we'll take one of these new ones. This is good. Does soreness equate to a good workout?
I feel like you got better questions.
Maybe.
Yeah, just like the luck of the draw.
For sure, training related, yeah. What's your thoughts on soreness?
It's not necessary. It does indicate that you worked a muscle, but if I had you just stand on your feet right now and jump up and down for an hour, your calves would be fucking jacked. My calves would be rocked beyond all like repair. But is that an indication that they are therefore growing in a very positive way? Not necessarily. So soreness doesn't necessarily indicate that your muscles are growing. It does indicate that you did put that muscle through a certain response.
Yeah, and it also doesn't mean that your body is not recovered.
Yeah.
Because you can train through some soreness. This is another pet peeve of mine where trainers in the world, online and not, just try to crush their clients to make them sore and make them leave throwing up and tired.
To make them feel like they did something.
Right.
Yeah.
But what's the goal and why are we getting there? Taking someone to complete exhaustion, whether it's through plyometrics, bodyweight, dumbbells, barbells, does not equate to a good workout. And same as soreness, as he mentioned, it has to do with new stimulus often. If you've only done barbell press and now you go do a dumbbell, you'll probably be sore. Different energy systems, higher reps. If you're doing sets of 30, 40, 50, you're more likely to get sore. And then as Omar mentioned, it's just stimulus to a muscle.
Completely.
So maybe your technique's off a little bit that day and then your delt hurts a little bit more than your pecs or something. It is normal. It's not a big deal either way. And it's not something you need to chase down.
Yeah, chasing soreness I think is never a good idea. Chase performance, not soreness.
Yeah, and that's why we talk about programming, we talk about nutrition, we talk about tracking these measurements to understand that we are progressing rather than like, oh yeah, inner pec's real sore. Oh, I got it.
Oh, I'm blowing up, bro.
Yeah, it's growing.
Okay.
And that's dog shit.
Yeah, dog shit.
More content coming. Check his channel for old Q&As. His videos will probably be up before this one. He's a fast worker.
Thanks for the shout out, bro.
Bro, you can have your followers back.
Oh, you're giving me the shout out?
Appreciate you assholes. Like it. Subscribe it. Notify because it's fucking weird.
What happened to the whole like this bitch, share this bitch?
I feel like that's when I'm real fired up. I start calling things bitches.
Yeah. Bitch!
We're gonna go eat ice cream.
We actually are. Seriously, David, so...
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
So check the past vlog because I'm gonna vlog this ice cream.
Yeah.
And then later, homies.
Peace.